How does one analyze India at the Champions Trophy? For a start, assume the IPL never happened. Because if you look at the list of underperformers at the IPL and you look at the list of players batting for India at the Champions Trophy, there's a close match. But I do not believe that form in one is a good enough indicator for form in a second, because you're going out and smashing there, very different pitch conditions, just 20 overs. Here you've got 300 balls as opposed to 120. Even number 7 will have a fair amount of time to bat if there's been a little stumble at the top. Now, having got that out of the way, let's look at what India's strengths are. And I don't remember the last time India counted its seam bowling as its major strength going into a tournament. Bhuvneshwar Kumar is in fine form, he's bowling well at the death. Jasprit Bumrah is being labelled by everybody as among the best death bowlers in the world. And Umesh Yadav is just going through a purple patch. He's bowling fast, he's bowling in good areas, and he's a genuine threat with his pace. So you've got 3 quality fast bowlers. You've got Ashwin, who hasn't played a lot, and you've got Jadeja, who struggled to come out of test match form into T20, but over 10 overs he'll be a different bowler. So you've got 10 overs from each of those. You've got a pretty decent set of 50 overs in there. What happens if one of them has a bad day? Little problem in the side. You're going back to Yuvraj or Kedar Jadhav. Both of them in Indian conditions, pretty good backup bowlers. Jadhav is probably the only player in the world who's your backup keeper and backup spinner. But you've got to get 6-7 overs out of them if one of them has an off day. Now, what about the batting? Rohit Sharma hasn't opened for a long time, but I believe deep down he's just waiting to do that again. These pitches in England are not quite seam swing kind of conditions this year, though you can always get a day like that. But these are good batting conditions with the balls coming on. Shikhar Dhawan becomes a different player in those conditions. So Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan, there might be a school of thought that says over 300 balls, maybe Ajinkya Rahane, but I think the selectors picked those 2 as the primary top order batsmen. Yuvraj at 4, Dhoni at 5. Dhoni has shown glimpses of his form, but every time Dhoni has had time to play himself in, he's then gone on and finished, except in just one match in the IPL. But Dhoni's got time. Dhoni at 5, Jadhav at 6. India will be hoping that Yuvraj at 4, Jadhav at 6 will be able to provide them the form that they did in the home matches against England, which were the last one-days India played. So that, I think, is a big factor. But the biggest factor is number 3. Virat Kohli is coming out of a poor series against Australia, is coming out of a poor IPL. But in those conditions, if Virat Kohli gets it right, forgets whatever happened in England in the past, then he holds the key to India's fortunes at this Champions Trophy, because he's the one player who can bat all the way deep into the 40th, 45th, even the 50th over. And when he does that, he'll get to 100. That'll power your way through. So while it's just one player out of 11, I still believe that Virat Kohli's batting form holds the key to this Indian lineup. What do they have in terms of backup? Maybe a slightly undercooked Mohammad Shami. Someone like Ajinkya Rahane, when he's got time, is looking good. And I just like Dinesh Karthik. But Dinesh Karthik will clearly be the backup batsman. Just in case Yuvraj has a niggle, then you slot Dinesh Karthik in at number 4. I'm not sure this team is going out with a tag of being the favourites to defend their trophy, but I have no doubt at all that they will make the semi-finals. If they don't, that will be big news. Once they make the semi-final, it's really how you go on the day. So I'm backing this Indian team to make the semi-finals, and then we'll see where they go from there. So then my 3 key players. Virat Kohli, absolute must for India to do well, as I've just said. I think Jasprit Bumrah, because he's ready to take the responsibility and move up. And I think Ravichandran Ashwin will be the key, because whenever India have done well in limited overs cricket in England, the spinners have played a key part, especially closing the game in those middle overs. So I expect a rested Ashwin to be a key player as well. So here's what I believe is India's best 11 at the Champions Trophy. Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan, Virat Kohli, Yuvraj Singh, MS Dhoni and Kedar Jadhav, Ravichandran Ashwin and Ravindra Jadeja, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Jasprit Bumrah and Umesh Yadav.